Hello, I'm Nick, and for my review, I used the QOCI standard instead of the Quality Matter standard, and I chose to review Science and Art from Trinity University. I wanted to start off with my overall evaluation just to give some context. You can see that for my total, I gave about a 56%. So for me, it had a couple issues, mainly in the instructional design and in the student evaluation and assessment categories. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the course. First, I want to talk about some of the things I think it did well. Under instructional design, A1 sequence, I think it did an excellent job here. I'm looking at the front page of the course right now, and we have a clear week-by-week breakdown of everything that's happening. Week 1 has a lot of subtopics, and those subtopics are broken down into activities. And taking advantage of the technology, it becomes really easy to see what a student has done or hasn't done just by checking on the green check marks over here as they complete tasks. So it's easy for me as a student to stay organized. Once you get to the regular content, like down here in week 2, we can look at making paints, and from here it follows a very consistent format. There's a lecture or 2 lectures and then a quiz, and then another lecture, then a quiz. And that pattern repeats for all of the lectures. And then it concludes with activity of some sort, like a discussion board, and then a final checkup quiz for that topic. So I wanted to commend him for his use of sequencing. One thing that I docked him for is in B1 and B2 of instructional design, which is course objectives and module objectives. Now, he does have course objectives and he does have module objectives. I just think they're really, really bad. The course objectives are vague and aren't really clear about what they're trying to get a student to accomplish if they should succeed. Setting aside using the right words from Bloom's taxonomy, they miss the point of having actionable, quantifiable things for a student to do. If you look at a module level objective set, like I have right here, we have the week 2 objectives, and they do a bad mixing and matching of things that the instructor wants students to learn and things that the instructor needs them to do. And it isn't really clear how all of these things feed back into the larger course objectives. This is a trickle-down effect because as the course progresses, the activities don't have a clear lineup with the objectives and the objectives don't line up to the course objectives. So this cascaded across the course, causing a number of issues. For instance, it's not clear why he's having them do a paper about forgeries in a module where they don't talk about forgeries at all. Because the connection you can feel. Science can look at the chemical makeup of a painting and determine if it's a forgery, but he doesn't explicitly connect it for students. Now, with that stuff out of the way, 2 other things I wanted to really point out that I thought were great was the icebreaker. So under Instructional Design D3, he has an icebreaker activity where he has students actually mark who they are or where they are in the world on a map. And I can pull it up right now. So in week 1, he gives them the option to indicate where they are, and then he presents this great little activity where they can all see where every other student in the class is from. And I just thought that was a really interesting way to show how everyone's connected and give a broad perspective on all the people that are participating in the course. And finally, under Web Design E1, he does a really good job with accessibility. All the videos have transcripts, all the images have alt text, and he avoids tabular data or tabular designs. And I thought that was great.